So morning, today we're going to do a little bit of bottom work and then some extension work into our back and hips. So come down onto your back and place your head on a towel or cushion and arms by the side of you. Here, just bring your heels a little bit close to your sit bones, not so they're under the knees, but just so they're almost stacked under your knees to give you a bit of purchase to come into your bridge. Just nestle the shoulder blades down into the floor and let the back of the skull sink into your cushion. And rather than the chin being lifted, just allow it to soften so you find the length through the back of the head and neck. Wide through those collarbones and let those arms rest by the side of you. Take a moment to notice the space between the toes and an even connection through the tripods of the feet, so the big toe, little toe and heel bones. And now from here, just roll that marble into your belly button. For those of you that know to come up through a straight bridge, if you've got some back problems or osteoporosis, you might want to come straight up. So we roll the marble into our belly button, sinking the tummy inwards. And just even in this position, start to feel the length of the knees reaching away from you. And from here, we then peel that tailbone like a sticker being peeled off a page away from the mat. And then we come up. Breastbone stays heavy, so you're not lifting from the rib cage, you're tucking the tailbone under and driving the hips up. What tends to happen is you roll onto the outside edge of the feet, so really try and find that even weight through the feet and knees on the parallel line. And now your bottom muscles should be working to hold you there. Keeping that heavy weight on the rib cage, breastbone funneling down towards your waist. Just take a breath in. And then exhale, we're going to try and find that little bit of movement through our upper back to soften even deeper. Let that rib cage drop down towards your waist and imprint, letting go through that mid-back into the low back, like the tread of a tire sinking into the floor, and then release out into your neutral small hollow in your lower back. So here we roll again, even weight through the feet, reach the knees, and use those bottom muscles to just take the pelvis up, and you'll get a nice ski slope from your knees to your hips to the base of your shoulder blades. Don't try and come too high. Let the back of the skull sink into the cushion and wide shoulders, no tension through the upper body. So to keep that nice relaxed tension, can we take one arm up and overhead just through complete softness and down, and the other arm through complete softness and down. No saggy bottoms, keep pressing up through the bottom. And then this time, take both arms overhead and leave the fingertips long, and then sigh out from the rib cage, and you'll feel that little bit of extra length through the seams of the body as you roll down through each vertebra. Imprint and then release. Bring those arms back down and away we go again. Roll back. Even weight through the tripods of the feet. Reach. One arm goes overhead. One arm floats back down by the side of the body. Other arm overhead. Keep reaching the knees, tailbone underneath you. Both arms overhead. As you reach the arms overhead, just keep the back of the skull sinking into the cushion, and then sigh out, roll down through the rib cage into that mid-back, low back. Release out and bring those arms back down. One more here, we roll and peel up. Wide shoulders. Hold, tucking that tailbone under, length through the knees. Reach one arm, back to center. Reach the other arm, back to center. Reach both arms, back to center, and then bring those arms down. Roll through the rib cage, down to the mat and release out. This time keep the palms facing down And I want you to make sure that you feel a connection all the way through the arm. So widen through the shoulder to connect right at the back of the armpit as best you can, down into the floor. If that feels like your rib cage then pops, just think about melting the breastbone rib cage down as well. So here we're going to do a little press down with the whole of the arm, so you can feel that, like I said, at the back here. So the whole arm's pressed down, keeping the rib cage heavy, and this time roll up. That's going to give you a little bit more purchase. Okay, so keep a connection down through the floor, and now we're going to lift one heel and lower. Keep pressing, lift the opposite heel and lower. So you can still stay nice and relaxed through the head and neck, keeping that gentle chin soft. And you can feel that that makes it a little bit easier on your bottom muscles where you're using your arms. Elbows need to stay nice and straight. Cool, and hold here. Reach those arms overhead, let go. Leave the fingertips long this time and roll down through the spine. And release out, bring those arms down. Palms come down, press wide through the collarbones, heavy rib cage. We roll up and hold, reach those knees long. This time you're going to lift the toes of the left foot and the heel of the right foot. Keep tucking that tailbone underneath you. No saggy bottoms as we switch and switch and switch and switch. 4 to go, 3, 2, 1. Both feet flat. Press those bottom muscles, squeeze them together as you reach those arms overhead. Soft chin. Just think of lengthening the fingertips as your breastbone rolls down towards your waist. Imprint through the spine. Release out and bring those arms down. One more set here, adjust the feet if you need, and we're going to start with that the other way round. So press down, wide shoulders, peel up. In the top of your bridge, right toes lift, left heel lifts. Chin stays soft, back of the skull heavy and relaxed, and we march and switch and switch and switch. 4 to go, no saggy bottoms, 2, 1, and flat there. Press and tuck under. Inhale, reach those arms overhead. Soft chin, long neck. Exhale, roll down through the spine, curl through the back and release out. Bring those arms down. Hug one knee into your chest and the other and just rock side to side. Take the knees out wide and hold the ankles. You can press out with your elbows to get a stretch through the inner thigh, and that's level 1, and you might want to stay at that level. Otherwise, if you've got the range, you're going to place your hands together in a prayer position, take them through the middle of the feet, and then turn the fingertips to the outside of the soles. And then here, with your soles of your feet facing up to the ceiling in line with your eyes, start to gently pull down through the elbows, and that will peel your tailbone away from the floor underneath you, and you'll get a nice stretch into the low back. Knees nice and open, and you'll feel the stretch into the inner thigh. Melt the body down. And release. Lower one leg and the other. And then from here, roll onto your side and come up. And we're going to come into a nice position on our front to open up through the hips there. So have your cushion under your forehead or your towel. And we're going to place our hands out just in a stop sign position. Just take the legs out into a V and turn the toes out and roll the heels in. And normally I would have our elbows in line with our shoulders. I want you just to slide them in a little bit so it feels more comfortable. Okay? My fingertips are not close to my body making an arrow, but are slightly wider than my elbows, making like a W shape between my hands and my head being the middle of the W. And then with my legs, I'm creating this V shape, sending my heels in and my toes out. And if you just roll the heels in to try and touch the floor, you're going to feel how that rotates the hips and opens you across the pelvis. Connect your pubic bone down into the mat so that you create stability through the spine. And now glide your shoulder blades down your back. You're not lifting the forearms, you're keeping the forearms connected as you just hover your breastbone away from the mat. Inhale and hold, and exhale to lower back down. So here we just hover. What tends to happen is people lift their chin. So imagine the Goonies and that one-eyed man. That one eye on his forehead is looking straight at your cushion or your towel, giving yourself a gentle double chin and that length through the upper back. Keep the heels pressed down, we're staying in this hover. Okay, just take the time to connect your pubic bone to support your lower back, keeping lifted, and then lower. So we're going to do 2 more here. Glide the shoulder blades down your back, feel the forearms plug into the floor as you come up, and now correct. Check your heels are rolled in as best you can. Check your pubic bones connected and you've got length through your spine. Check you're wide through the shoulders and your head isn't tipped up but is looking at the mat underneath you. And then lower, we've got 1 more like that, breath in. Exhale, widen through the shoulders first, plug in through the forearms, come up, heels stay rolled in, toes out, pubic bone stays connected to lengthen through the spine, wide shoulders, gentle double chin, and then lower, well done. Bring your hands under your shoulders, feet in, push yourself up, and then coming onto all fours there, we're going to come into our cat stretch. So drop the head round into the rib cage, tailbone underneath you. Release and lift the tailbone, sink the belly, kiss the shoulder blades together, look up. 1 more there, drop the head round and curl. Release into your neutral, and then back of the hand between one hand and knee, fold at the elbow and reach into your thread the needle. Open up, bring that hand down and switch. Back of the hand comes down, fold at the elbow, reach. And then press back up, keeping the back lovely and straight. Open up and down. Sit back onto your heels, soft elbows. Breathe into the back of the rib cage. Well done. See you tomorrow.